Ever wanted a WWE replica belt? Well, here's your chance to win one for absolutely free. With the Royal Rumble season fast approaching, I'm doing a WWE replica belt giveaway of the Hogan 86 WWE Shop replica belt. This is a thank you to everyone for helping grow this channel to over 12,000 subscribers, the halfway point of what the old channel was at with its subscriber count. Thank you all very, very much. To enter in to the free wrestling belt giveaway, you have to do three simple things. Number one, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. Number two, click on the link in the pinned comment section below and like that video. And number three, comment on that video your favorite championship belt that was won by the immortal Hulk Hogan, whether it's the Hogan 86 championship, the big gold belt, the winged eagle, the undisputed WWF title. Do those three things and you'll gain entry into the draw. The draw will take place on Friday, the 31st of January, the night before the Royal Rumble. Good luck, everyone. What's up, YouTubers? This is HazardF5 back with a brand new video, and today is a re-review of a belt that was previously posted on my old channel, and it's one that is near and dear to me because it is a customization of a well-known design with a twist. So ever since the brand extension started back in 2002, I was always a SmackDown guy. That show typically had the better wrestling, and bell to bell, that's the thing that really grabs my attention, which is why I was such a big fan of WCW and the Cruiserweights back in the day. And when AJ Styles arrived in the company in WWE in 2016, I was beyond happy, to the point where I was watching his debut on a train on the way to work, and I made quite the arse of myself there on public transport with my reaction to him showing up. Then later in the year, he became the WWE champion, defeating Dean Ambrose at Backlash 2016. I then decided that I was going to customize my WWE Championship replica to fit the blue SmackDown brand with an AJ Styles blue twist. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a full in-depth review on a fully restoned and releathered replica. The restoning has been done by Richard Simpson with cubic zirconias, and the releathering was done by Paul Martin belts. And it is my customized blue SmackDown AJ Styles phenomenal themed WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So let's go take a look. And here we have my custom blue SmackDown AJ Styles themed phenomenal World Championship belt. So this features cubic zirconias by Richard Simpson. It features a black customized leather strap by Paul Martin belts, and it also features a custom epoxy resin banner by Belt Addiction, who unfortunately are no longer in operation. I had this done in 2016 following AJ's debut at the Rumble and him winning the championship against Dean Ambrose at Backlash of that year, with him being the main guy on SmackDown and SmackDown being the house that AJ Styles built. I wanted the championship to have more of a blue aesthetic, so I had it custom releathered along with blue stonework, which I'll get into momentarily. So we'll start off with the stones. So like I mentioned, these were done by Richard Simpson. These are cubic zirconias. You've got the three blue stones set in the corners, as opposed to the red stones that typically come on the championship. And they all sit nice and flush, so you haven't got any sort of large protruding areas covering up the gold. Now, restoning isn't for everyone when it comes to their replicas. The only belts that I generally get restoned are stone-heavy belts, like the big logo championships or the spinner belts, things like that. When I had the purple WWE Cruiserweight, there were only 10 stones on that thing, so I never felt the need to have it restoned. It wasn't a very prominent part of the design, whereas clearly this belt features a significant amount of stones, which pop a lot better when you haven't just got the plastic shop stones, when you've got either cubic zirconia or Swarovski crystals, which again, whether it's down to one of those two, it's all personal opinion. I know plenty of people that prefer cubic zirconia, plenty of people that prefer Swarovski crystals. It's really the look you want to go for at the end of the day. But Richard did a wonderful, wonderful job on this. And again, this belt is about 8 years old. On my previous channel, I actually had a video demonstrating how I customized this belt before I actually had it sent off for the releathering and stuff. So you'll see here, I've got a blue streak under the WWE logo, which I think pops really, really nicely. These are very simply a shade of blue metallic car cover sheets. So the metallic material that's used instead of paintwork on many cars is what I've used here. And there is a little bubbling on here, so I might need to actually redo these and recut these at some point. Down here at the bottom, you've got the Phenomenal World Champion banner, which was actually a gift to me, because someone heard I was putting together like a blue themed championship with the AJ Styles side plates, and they ordered this from Belt Performance for me, which is really cool of them. So thank you, James. And of course, now you've got the matching blue to the logo plates, which works really, really well. I always thought it was kind of off the way that the streak on the belt was red, but the side plates for AJ were blue. Although he was a SmackDown star, they kind of clashed in my opinion. I also curved this championship, so it's got a much more of a curve to it, a much deeper arch to the curve, compared to how it comes, which it comes mainly just flat as a pancake. You do have to be careful when bending these belts though, as because of the point of the bend being mainly central, obviously you've got very limited joiner plates, or joiner points on the belt rather, and you have to be careful so no cracks show up in the plating when you're bending it, as it's got these cutouts. It's a bit more fragile in those joining areas, so do be careful. It also comes with custom sidebars, so these also were by Belt Performance. They're a lot deeper, a lot thicker than the original ones that come with the replica. And then you've got the side plates. I decided to go with just clear stones for the side plates, as opposed to having large blue ones. I felt like it might take away from the design of the AJ Styles side plate, which are my favourite side plates, along with the Brock Lesnar ones. Obviously the Brock ones with his back tattoo and the gel painted background, which looked awesome. And then you got these ones with the P1 logo, which AJ's been using since, I want to say, 2010, when he was in TNA. Then on the other side, and of course it also comes with its standard replica tip as well. So just a very, very cool custom, something that I always felt would look really, really good, and decided one day to sort of put it into action. And personally, I know I'm biased here, but I really love how the blue stands out with the side plates, and for a SmackDown brand, blue just made more sense to me. Now let's get into the leather. So the leather was done by Paul Martin Belts, who is in the top 2 leather guys in the world, in my opinion. So you got the tight leather cut with the customized arch going over the sidebar. The way that the big logo belts were actually sort of cut and tooled were very inconsistent throughout the years, with different makers doing them different ways, and then you had the same maker doing different copies different ways. So I wanted something a bit more sort of streamlined as far as the cut. So rather than a big lump going over it, like some of the Universal ones did rather, I wanted sort of a lower point on them. So then it also matches up with the tighter cut going around the plate. So Paul did a wonderful job of contorting this and keeping all of the large camouflage shell tooling in line with it. Then you've got the diamond and crosshatch areas with the traditional Midwest style tooling in here. It's funny, I remember when the big logo debuted in 2013 and just thinking, well, this is a leatherworker's nightmare because the amount of tooling and stuff on it is absolutely insane. And then you've got the plain pebble tooling in the snap box as well, with the tooled edge to match up beautifully to the gold tip. And then on the other side, so you've got more of a narrow diamond hatch tooling going around the border. And then you've got the 2x7 snap set, again with the plain pebble tooling there. And I mean, with Paul, you know what you're getting when it comes to the flexibility on a strap. He does absolutely incredible work. And then you've got the plain leather backing. Again, this is an extremely old belt, but there's no sort of peeling, there's no wear and tear on the edges where it's coming up from being sort of wrapped around. Because when I display my belts, typically, I'm just going to bounce this tip here because the leather won't stay. One downside to leather when it's flexible and bendy is it's hard sometimes to display belts and put them in positions you want them to. But normally I display my belts sort of like wrapped like that in their cabinets. And when the pressure points are on areas that are touching the glass area or the glass level of the cabinet, sometimes they can start to peel over time. Not an issue with this belt. It's absolutely done to perfection by Paul. So again, you've got the stonework, which again pops so nicely on this belt. When you've got belts that have this many stones, it is worth getting them re-leathered. While replica stones have really come a long way in the last 10 years. I mean, you look at the stones on the current World Heavyweight title or any of the AEW World replicas, and they look absolutely brilliant. But on some of the older ones, because of the lack of quality with the plastic stones in them, they don't pop as nicely. So it's definitely worth having them changed out if it is a stone heavy replica. If it's one that only has a handful, you can sort of take it or leave it. It really depends on the preference, your preference specifically. So there you got the blue streak with the phenomenal world banner. WWE actually went through a period of changing that on some of their belts with resin banners. So there was ones that said just WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. There was one that said just World Champion on it. In some shorts they posted online and then deleted later on, which I will be covering, of course, in my new complete history of the WWE Championship that I will be working on over the Christmas period. So that is making a return in all its glory. I've got the script, now it's just a case of sitting down, recording and editing. And as usual, it'll be the most overly detailed history video on YouTube. So there it is, guys, my fully restoned and re-leathered customized blue SmackDown AJ Styles WWE Championship replica belt. Richard Simpson did a great job on the stones, and of course Paul Martin did a wonderful job on the leather. The flexibility on this thing is absolutely beautiful. Just a lovely, lovely job. And the way that it pops along with the blue matching up to the side plates with the stonework is just absolutely fantastic. You can just see there how sort of the plating is darkened out by the shadow, but the stones still pop. Wonderful, wonderful belt. One that sits proudly in the cabinet behind me. that has a number of generations of the WWE Championship. So anyway, guys, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the belt in the comment section below, and I'll catch you, as always, next time.